Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, the tarot I'm going to use, Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti, text by Barbara Moore. At the bottom here, you can see the website, llewellyn.com, and a couple other social media links. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you need more time to absorb that, if you're interested. The Oracle cards, Wisdom of the Hidden Realms by Colette Baron Reed. There's some information on the back here. Feel free to freeze frame and check that out. There's a website. I'm pretty sure there's websites down here if you need to see them a little closer. There's more. There's ColetteBaronReed.com at the end of that paragraph with her picture next to it. I believe there's a HayHouseRadio.com there, and you could go to HayHouse.com as well if you look up Hay House. A couple other websites at the bottom. There's also about the illustrator, Jenna. There's Jenna's full name. And I believe at the bottom here, there's some websites that are geared towards her. Okay, so that's the Oracle cards. And last but not least, the dice. I got different dice now. Can I use the back of this maybe? No, I don't think that's going to work. Well, hopefully this is one of the dice, the 14-sided dice I got for part of it. I'll have to explain that in a second. mathartfun.com. And the bigger dice, the 21-sided dice, this is where that came from. Tom Anders, and then there's a website there. There's a QR code I'll show you in a second if you're interested in this, in case that is of benefit to you. I used the 21. This is going to be the 21-sided dice for the major arcana. It is missing 0 for the Fool, but still I make it work. And the other one is the 14-sided dice, which I use from 1 to King, King being the 14th. Number 14, so as it goes up, 10, 11 would be Page, 12 is Knight, 13 Queen, 14 King, if you're interested to know that. Alright, and with that being said, if you would like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. And now, on to your read. Hello, Gemini. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Gemini? Ooh. Okay, let's get them all down before we get too excited. Let's get them all down. Okay. Something should be starting for you very soon. So, you have an ally. They're already there. I'm feeling like maybe you don't realize somebody is like an ally, or maybe you don't think of them too much. You don't realize that this person is out there. You seem to have helped somebody before. And this person seems to look at you kind of like you don't get your fair share. They seem to think you need to have more. There's this air of mystery around this whole thing. Somebody seems to be here. It's like, I don't know. You're already connected with them. They already like you. I don't think they talk to you very often, oddly enough. But they seem to also feel like you deserve more. You don't get enough. They might feel like you get shafted. Like, you put in a lot of effort, or you give a lot of information, you help things move forward, but then you get, left with change. Like, everybody else makes $10, $20, you get like 50 cents. And it's like, that's not fair. They did a lot. So the moon card there for you is you might not realize you have this ally, especially if this is a work situation. It's almost like somebody's paying attention and they realize that you're worth more than people give you credit for. And they want your ship to come in. You want your ship to come in. You might even have like a little inkling that something is coming your way. If it hasn't already happened, it should happen very soon if this reading is going to hit. Like an opportunity coming your way. Now, it's the Ace of Wands with the Death card. It's kind of like you either take it or you don't. So it's kind of like somebody saying, hey, Gemini, you can be a part of this. Do you want to be a part of it? I feel like you're not going to have a long time to decide. You either take it or you don't, is what I keep getting. If you're lucky, maybe you get a day and a half, maybe. But I feel like it's more like you're asked and you either take it or you don't. This it doesn't seem like it's minimal to me. It seems like whatever it is, it does seem like you're naturally just kind of going to go with it. Kind of like, all right, I'll do that. That's fine. Yeah, I'll do that. What is that up there? You got the High Priestess and the lady in the mirror. Lady of the mirror? Of the mirror. Alright, we're going to go off the table. Eight of Cups and the Magician reversed. While this is happening, simultaneously, okay, somebody is taking their leave from your connection. I don't know if that makes sense. Did I say that right? So it's almost like if this was a business thing, there's this third party watching you, thinking you deserve more, and they might even be like instructing somebody else, like, hey, give Gemini a chance. Offer that to Gemini. So they offer it to Gemini. You may not even realize that you have this ally. I keep getting that. This person offers you something. While they're offering you that, and you looks like you naturally go into it, I don't feel like I have a long time to choose. I feel like that's why. There's another person who's leaving your connection. It's like they're leaving your story. I feel like they're leaving your story. In the sense of like, they might not be completely gone. So if this is a business thing, they might still be in the same department, but you don't have to work with them directly anymore. And since you don't work with them directly anymore, it's almost like they pretend you don't exist unless they actually have to acknowledge you. Like, they don't say anything to you unless they have to. Unless they feel like they have to. They just stay right away from you. I get a very judgmental attitude from this. I know this card's right side up, but I don't know. They seem to be very judgmental against you. I don't know. That person seems to be leaving your story. Not that they're gone. They're just not a problem. And maybe they have been a problem. Okay. Now, going forward, there's more we got to sort out with this. Okay. That opportunity, I don't know what it's the Ace of Wands, but I'm questioning if you realize it's the Ace of Wands in the sense of like it's a bigger opportunity. It's actually a large opportunity, but it may not look at it first. And I see you naturally going into this. It's almost like if you worked on a team of people, like you're one of 10 people. They're pulling you and 2 other people to be a part of this little subset of groups, this little subset group. This subset group is doing its own thing for at least 2 hours, if not half the day. They're asking you if you want to be a part of it. I feel like you're naturally like, yeah, I'll do that. I don't see why not. Fine. I'm not realizing that this is a big Ace of Wands moment. I feel like it's not like lost on you that it could be, but you're not expecting it to be, if that makes sense. As we keep going down that road, I think that Ace of Wands is going to show more. It's not going to be privy to everybody. Only you're going to have to keep this to yourself. Do the best you can with that. That opportunity is going to have a chance to go farther. It's going to be kind of like, hey Gemini, you do this for 2 to 4 hours a day. How would you feel about doing this all day, every day? Whatever it is, I feel like you like it. Whatever this is, it feels like you like it. Now, the easiest way to not get caught up in the quagmire and to keep it to yourself, oh my gosh, this is stressful, is to literally not include other people in it. This is what they say do not do. Do not try to work this out with other people. Do not try to feel like, well, the fair thing for me to do is this. The fair thing for me to do is that. Don't ask somebody else's opinion. It's ironic. I feel like it's very ironic to say this. what they're saying to do is like go with your gut. You know what you want. I feel like you want this. I feel like you naturally want this. Go with it. Go with your gut. I feel like you do want this. That the Lover's card that's also the Gemini card. You know, sometimes that refers to Gemini. This is something for you. When you're offered this, keep it to yourself and just say yes. That's what I'm getting. I feel like you naturally do want it. So it's not like it's a problem. My question is why you're pulling back and talking to people, but you might. That might be just your knee-jerk reaction to do that. They're saying go with what you want. Just answer it quickly. As soon as you say yes, you don't have to worry about talking to other people about it because it's already a done deal, you know? If you do hold back, it's more likely you're going to talk about it and then you're going to have problems, which can go a lot of different ways. They're saying, take it. It's for you. You should have this. Now, there will be there's going to be people complaining no matter which road you go. You might as well have what you want before they start complaining. I'm just saying. There's people who are like, I feel like I'm being accused of doing. I feel like I'm being accused of an unfair advantage, and people are having an issue, and people are trying to like, well, how could Gemini get that? Like, Gemini has no right being over there. Like, I feel like people are just, I just feel like there's some kind of like ridiculousness going on here. You don't have to invest in that. It's not going to derail where you're going. You don't have to. You don't have to talk to it. You don't have to address it. It's advised that you distance yourself from it as realistically as much as you can. For example, and this may sound weird, but I'm going to go for it. Say at lunchtime, you meet with a group of 5 other people, and there's a couple people in that group that are accusing you of getting where you're getting by underhanded means, and you can maybe address it quickly and be like, well, it didn't happen. If other people don't back you up, maybe it's time for you to eat lunch with somebody else or do something else for lunch. Don't stick with it. Don't put up with it is what I'm getting. Stand up for yourself the way you feel works for you. Which for some people, standing up for yourself just means walking away from something. So for example, if I'm going to use, I know this is a very odd way to put it, but like if it's like sitting with certain people, these 5 other people during lunch, and it's kind of like I feel like I'm being attacked by a couple of them, and the other 3 aren't saying anything. All right, I'm just not going to eat lunch with them anymore. I'll do my own thing. And somebody will ask, like, how come you don't come hang out with us? Well, because I feel like I'm attacked, and nobody's backing me up on this. I just feel like I'm being attacked, and I need to de-stress during lunch, not be stressed by somebody else's bad attitude. It will create other opportunities. This might also be, if I'm going to use that same analogy, and I know y'all can see a lot of different ways this could go, but say if that happens and you say, all right, I'm just going to eat lunch at my desk, or I'm going to go out and do something else. Somebody else is going to be like, well, why aren't you eating with them anymore? Well, I got accused of this and that, which it isn't true, but I need to de-stress during lunch, not be treated like that during lunch. Well, you could come eat with us, Gemini. We won't treat you like this. And these other people might have new possibilities for you, or more information, or something you enjoy over there. So even though that's a little bit of a like ew, it's an ew moment. Yeah, it's not a moment you like. By standing up for yourself as you feel appropriate, which again doesn't mean you have to confront somebody, but just like distancing yourself, just like I'm just not going to hang out with them. Just that's how you're going to treat me. I'm not showing up. That's how it is. That might open different doors for you. You get a lot more opportunities. This ally, somebody really likes you, and I feel like you don't realize it. Like, they really see the value of you. And I feel like Gemini gets treated poorly. Not every Gemini, obviously, but I do feel like Geminis get treated poorly. Like, people don't realize how smart Gemini is. They don't realize how capable Gemini is and all the different things you can do. But when somebody does see it, they tend to see it very strongly. And I feel like somebody else who's looking out for you is going to make sure more things come your way. Somebody really feels like you deserve more, and I don't know what's going on with that. I'm just getting it. If this reading is hitting, you have somebody looking out for you. So realize that you are kind of being watched in a positive way. So what you do, somebody is paying attention to, but they're liking what they're seeing, and they think you deserve more. If you keep that in mind, I feel like this can go more to your advantage down the road. That's interesting. It's weird because when you tell somebody they're being watched, it's kind of like, ew. This is actually a good thing. Because it's like, it's almost like, the owner of the company going, that one, the Gemini, I like that one. And they keep watching and they keep asking other people what they're seeing from you. Like, yep, I told you they're good. Move them forward again. Yep, see, they did good again. Move them forward again. I feel like that's how they're keeping an eye on you because they have high expectations. And they really do think highly of you. So keep that in mind. Alright, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.